Hi everybody, my name is Snake Eyes BP 1980 on the PlayStation 4 system, Xbox One system, and PC. Today we are doing a game called What Remains of Edith Filch. Uh, we won't know that until we actually play the game, but first we got to promote my channel so that you guys can actually see the game. Okay, so I'm also going to mention something when I get back to the live stream about another game, because that other game may end up being part of this game. But I know the style of it feels like another game I've already played prior. But I'm going to let you guys know uh, when I get back from promoting my channel. I will be right with you guys on this because, well, it is all I can do right now to try to hurry up and get this thing taken care of. I will be right with you here as soon as possible. So here we go. Um, Pasting that on Twitch. And then I'm pasting this on Reddit. And then coming back to you after I get done here. So closing that out, closing that out, closing that out, and closing that out. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put this up. So, and then we're going to have to do a sound check, and then we'll go from there. So, here we go. So, how's everybody doing on this nice, wonderful Monday afternoon? Not even Monday, it's Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday morning. How you guys doing so far on this nice, wonderful, and glorious day it may be? So, uh, I'm going to do the sound check first, and I'll mention the game I'm talking about. I don't know what's going on here. I feel like something's wrong here. I'm having so much issues. Hello to Godzilla Fan 2019. Welcome to the live stream. I'm gonna adjust that back to 17 to see if that would work. And I just clicked it, so I don't know where I'm at on that. My lighting's really pretty all over the place, so my eyes are bugging the crap out of me. Oh, I'm working pretty good on it. There we go. I'm done sound testing. So that was quick. And, all right. Now, what I want to talk about is this game and another game. The way this game reminds me, and I've not seen it other than the preview that they had on the PlayStation Store, it reminds me of a game that you would find on the card up here. I mean, a card, as in, go onto the screen, use your mouse or whatever, or if you have a phone or whatever, it's on the screen. Just click on the screen. There should be a C or something like that on the screen so that you can actually go there. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about on my site so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. And then we'll get right into the game or whatever here soon. So I'm going to bring up my channel. And yeah, you guys probably don't see me doing this, but I want to do it anyway. So here we go. So I'm going to bring in the PC game thing so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. So if you actually click on the screen or the icon, this circle with an eye on it, you can see that there is two games or one game in two parts called The Unfinished Swan. That's what reminds me of this game here, or what this game reminds me of these two. I don't blame you. I woke up like 4 hours ago. Okay, so yeah. So that's what we have right here. Is that it's the unfinished swan, and it's this is the. I don't know if it's the same game company that made this or the same persons that made this, but that's what we're going to be looking into is that particular game on the PlayStation 4 system. So that's being said as of right now. I want to hop right on into the game and see what we got here. So, but the opening sequence, I looked at it and I went like, yeah, I'll have to wait until I actually start the live stream on this screen so that you guys see that it's on a PlayStation 4 system. And then when I click on this, you guys can see what I see. Okay. Some people would not want you to see this picture or whatever, or the loading screen from point A to point B. But since due to the fact that, yeah, from Anna, whatever, from the Great Sparrow, games of the Great Sparrow. What Remains of Ethan Finch, or Edith Finch, Finch, like Finnish, but it's CH, so it's Finch. So this is what the opening sequence looked like. And yes, I wanted to let you guys know that the picture of the image goes like this or whatever, away from it. Hello to Wayne's World. Wayne's World, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. So we got the a family tree going on in here. So hey, Odin, Iden, or whatever. He died on 1880. Okay. So is there anybody that was born near my time period? Only one person, Lewis, and he was 1988 to 2010. He didn't live a long life. He was only 30 years old when less than 30 years old when he died. He was like 20, 24, 20, 22, 23, somewhere in there. Wow. Talk about not living a long life. Then you got some other people here that actually, then you got Gregory, who only died at the age of 1. Gus was died. Let's see here, 1969 to 1982. Okay, that's interesting. All right. Well, let's see here. Do we have? I'm gonna leave the music on here because I really don't know about the game. Companies having any rights to the I don't know. I really want to have the music because the music really tells the story. And since I've been getting hit with a lot of copyright claims or whatever, I'm stuck with the idea of turning the music all the way off. All right. Let's go ahead and play the game. Let's start a new game. Are you sure you erase your... Are you sure this will erase your saved data? Okay, well, let's just play the first game then. Oh, I didn't know this was the actual start of the game. Okay. How do we... Oh, right trigger? Okay.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry.
A lot of... Oh, I didn't read that. I am just going to start... Oh, wait a minute. I'm just going to start Well, gee, if you can't read it that fast, guys, then you don't read it. You can actually pause it if you want to. Wow. Okay, so this reminds me of the Unfinished Swan.
I lived here until
There
I was
is a
11, but I wasn't allowed inside
I
half the
lived here
rooms.
until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half of the rooms. Okay.
I hadn't been back since my brother
No
Lewis's funeral.
trespassing. I hadn't been back inside my brother Lewis funeral. I haven't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral, which he was back in. If you notice that I pointed out Lewis's birthday and was 2018, not 2088, not 1988, and 2010 was when he died. So that was interesting. The letters just shatter. That was kind of cool.
My mother left me a key, but
In
didn't tell me what it unlocked.
in her will, my mother left me a key, but I didn't tell me what it would unlock.
Maybe she thought I'd know.
Maybe
Or
she thought
that
I would know,
mystery would be enough to
or
bring me back.
she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back. And then here's the sign called Fig. I'm going to kill that. Sorry about that. The lighting's in my face, and I want to try to see every details and stuff like that. That's probably the mailman what JJ is barking at.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw it.
No one had. Oh shoot! No one had given whatever. I didn't see it completely. Shoot. Oh, a deer. Okay.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house.
Truth is, even after I
inherited
the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the
But
answers to.
now I had questions about my family that only the house knows the answers to.
The house was exactly like I remembered it. The way
The
I'd been dreaming about it.
Was exactly like I remembered it. The way it. Well, gee. Again, my eyes are bugging out. I'm trying to read them, and my eyes wants to go like, okay, time to rub it. Don't read, just rub. I'm going to irritate that my eye lens here soon. And yes, I've been having runny nose too. Temperatures a couple of days ago was up in the 70s, and now it's down to 45. Yay me. I love a nice weather change that drastically changes like that. Okay.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in
As a
a way
child,
I couldn't put
the
into
house
words.
made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put it into words.
Now, as a 17-year-old.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I know exactly what the words were. I was afraid of this house.
I hoped the key might unlock the front
door. I
door.
hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Huh. What in the world? Missing? Too bad I can't actually crouch down to look. Why did it get all of a sudden really dark really quick? Oh, we got a nice ramp there to getting up to the front. What is this? Oh, it's just a hole in the wood. Oh, okay.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot of whatever. Another game that this reminds me of is the Gone Home. That one was interesting as well. If you guys want to take a look at this game, it's free on the PlayStation 4 system. So I've been enjoying this. I may not be a speedrunner, but I mean on this game because, well, gee, how old is this car? Or is it a truck? Or is it a van? I don't know. Oh, not a van. A station wagon. Is it a station wagon? It looks like it could be a station wagon. Oh, man. You know how old this car could be if that was the case? Holy crap. My mom used to have a station wagon. A very old station wagon. Okay, let's see what happens when I turn on the light.
The power had been turned off the night we
left. The power
left.
has been turned off the night we left. Oh, you son of a... I needed light, but I... Jeez. Alright.
For the first time in years.
When was the last time you guys left? You guys left during the month of January the 10th. So, ain't that awesome? Oh, look, everybody's hangers are here. Including Lewis and Melton and the main character that you're playing as.
I felt like I was home.
I felt like I was home. Are you certain enough it feels like you are home? I don't.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of
But
one.
instead of a family, there was just memories of one. In loving memory of... Yep, look at that. It does say December the 27th, 1988 to November the... He never changed his... He never gained that age then. So he's one less than the actual age that I tried to mention before. In loving memory, okay. Dawn... Lewis. Okay, Lewis is the boy with the hat. Okay.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick.
Like how after Lewis started working in the curry, we all got sick. Really? Gee, I wish that you guys don't make the word disappear so quickly.
Or only one restaurant would deliver to our house.
Or only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had a... I can't even read the sentence. This is the reason why I don't like speed reading, because or games that go like, "Oh, you're done reading, move on," type of thing. Yeah. I would rather have the pace of the letterings to stay a little longer than this, but I don't want it to stay too long also. And what I mean by too long is that if I can read it and all of a sudden it disappears, then that's perfect. But if I'm in the middle of reading it and it disappears, that's too fast. And if I get done reading it and it lingers like 2, 3, 4 seconds more or something like that, then that means it's too long. So I mean, somebody's got to be a speed reader just to reading all of this. Uh, Cosmic Cuisine. Okay. Uh, I'm gonna go this way.
The table was still a wreck from the night we
The
left.
table was still wrecked from the night that we left. Okay. See, that was okay. I'm okay with that. But if you were giving me like 3 full sentences or 3
It was
lines
like a
of
bomb
words
had
or
gone
whatever,
off, killing
it
everyone but
was
sparing
like
the
the
furniture.
bomb had gone off, killing everyone, and spreading the furniture. Okay, I bet it did. And there's the plate on the floor and stuff like that. Ooh, we got an air tank here.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great
My
Grandma Edie
mom
living in a nursing home.
was the only one of us who could imagine a great grandmother. I can
Nothing
only
in the house
read
looked
so fast
abnormal.
or whatever,
There
and
was
then all of a
just
sudden this
too
game
much of it,
decides that.
like a
Oh
smile with too
shoot! I
many
missed
teeth.
that one. Like the smile to. Okay, I just stopped here, and I'm going like, okay, I need to talk about something, and all of a sudden the game goes like, oh, we're gonna add text while you're not paying attention. So I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch what I'm missing because I'm peeved with this game already. The game doesn't give you a chance of reading anything. It just magically appears those words out of the blue, and then all of a sudden, then it disappears afterward, and you have to fight to finding out what you're missing. So this place did have a TV, maybe a much expensive TV. I'm thinking. Well, this is a living room with library
Even the
books and
fireplace
stuff,
had a
books and
story.
stuff like that in it.
Edie told me the bricks
Even the
came from the
fireplace
original
had a
house
story.
after it
Ellen told
sank.
me that the bricks came from the original house after it stoked, or SANK. Wow. All right. What else is going to tell me?
A lot of things got left behind in the
Okay.
whirlwind of that
A
last night.
lot of things had left behind in the will of the lost last night. Okay.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never
Oh
stopped
shoot.
believing that my
My
brother
mom
Milton was
wasn't much
alive.
of an optimist, but never stopped believing that my brother. Oh, Milton! This is Milton. Zoom. Yeah, it's Milton. So Milton disappeared. Gets well, disappeared or got killed. Either way, the book says that she died. That Milton died, but the yeah, okay. Gee, I got a gut on me. Or is that because I'm pregnant? Oh well. Interesting. This is a foamed door with brackets and stuff like that. So that might be that I might have to come back to this point in the game of some sort. I want to stay on the lower level because there is a thing here.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box
Grandma
for Barbara.
Steve's built
Along
the
with the rest
music
of the
box for Barbara along with the rest of the house. Okay.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement.
Mom always
so
told me to
surprised
stay
when
out
the
of the
key
basement,
didn't
so I
fit.
wasn't too surprised when the key didn't work. Okay. Time to go up, I guess.
After Milton disappeared,
After
Mom
Milton
sealed up all the
disappeared, Mom
bedrooms.
sealed up all the bedrooms. Why would she seal up all the bedrooms?
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
When Ellen, okay. Okay, so why would, okay, this is
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
I spent a lot of time playing
I think
on
my mom
Uncle
sometimes regretted not
Walter's
sealing it up.
room. I think my mom sometimes regret not sealing it up. Okay.
Louis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed
Louis
him.
told me that there were secret passages that I never believed him. Does this work? Oh, it works. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It's actually a Jules Verne. I turned out my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton
From
had been
the
here
painting
before
on
me.
the wall, it was clear my brother Milton was been here before me. Okay.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
But I had no idea what was behind
But
that door.
I had no idea what was behind that door. Oh.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Just like I had no idea where all of the was leading me. I think this was what, her room?
I grew up looking at Molly's room through
I
the
grew up at Molly's room. Jeez.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its
Molly
own
Gable
even
had
tinier
a
gerbil
tiny
cage.
bedroom with this. And I get tongue-tied. Once I get tongue-tied, it just, what? Molly.
Being inside for the first time, I
Being
felt
inside
like
the room for the first time, I felt like stepping into a painting. Probably. This room looks like it's really old.
December 13th,
December 13th, 1979, 47, excuse me.
but I wanted
Dear
to tell
diary,
somebody about what's
I've
been
been
happening. It started when Mom
brave
sent me to
soon,
bed
but
without dinner.
wanted to tell.
I woke up
What?
and I was starving, so I looked around for something
I
to
woke
eat.
up and I was starving, so I looked around for something. Edible food. Oh,
The
gerbil
gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
was dry, but I didn't mind it. Oh.
Mom, can I come out now?
Mom, can I come out now?
It's late.
Sweetheart,
Go to sleep.
it's late, so go to sleep. Ooh. Ooh.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
My Hollywood candy was all gone. Okay. There's a bathroom.
I kept eating and eating.
I kept eating and eating. Oh, no! No! Oh! Toothpaste! Ah! Really? Yeah! Toothpaste!
I ate
And
a lot
ate.
of things that
Oh,
night.
gee! Those are fake! Don't eat those! Those aren't... And I ate things that... Uh... I am so
Then I heard
sorry,
chirping
guys.
outside my window.
Then I heard a clamping outside my window.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
I was barn swallow. Okay.
I reached out for her.
I reach out to her. Of course, there's a
And
chain on the
suddenly,
window, and suddenly
I was a
you
cat.
became a cat. I was a cat.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really
I
scared.
tried to be quick, but the bird was okay. Cats climb trees, you know. How do you...
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Really? Mom and Dad didn't even look at me. Oh, okay. Oh, we're going to try to go around the house. And I'm doing, all that jump was done with the right trigger button.
I jumped and I almost got her.
I jumped and I was almost there.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
I could tell she was going wherever.
Now I was up in the big tree.
Now I was up in the
I promised
tree.
Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore.
and promised my dad I wouldn't
cared about was
climb.
eating that
But
moment.
all I care was to eat, was eating.
I gobbled her up,
I grabbed her up.
and suddenly,
Oh, gobbled
I
her
was
up.
an
And
owl.
suddenly I was an owl.
First, all I heard was the wind.
First of
Then I heard
all of my,
little teeth nibbling
then I
on the
heard a
grass.
little teeth crumbling on the grass. I have no control right now. Oh, now I do.
Rabbits.
Oh, rabbits.
I imagined his face looking up.
I
and seeing
imagined his
mine through
face
my
looked up
talons.
and suddenly mine
I swallowed
threw
him up,
it,
and I didn't
and I
chew
swallowed
one
him
bit.
up and
Then
didn't
I flew
chew
off to find
one.
something
then I threw off, and I am wishing that that those things don't disappear like
a mama
that.
rabbit.
Mama rabbit?
She was almost too big to carry.
She was almost
I
too
started
big to
choking,
carry.
but I couldn't
I
stop
started choking
eating.
on and didn't stop eating.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
And suddenly, I was a shark. Rolling, rolling, rolling. I keep that wagon rolling. Whoopsie. I'm assuming you're gonna have to find your way into the water.
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean.
I rolled off the cliff and into
Now,
the ocean.
I was hungrier than ever.
Now I was hungry than ever. Oh, I hate this.
I wanted fat, juicy
I wanted a
seals.
fat, juicy seal.
I tore off her flipper.
I
It
tore
tasted
off its
really
flippers
good.
and it tastes really good. Damn! My nose is starting to run again, and I'm getting tired of that.
Grabbed on tight.
And I grabbed
But I was so
on
hungry.
tight.
Jumped
But
out
it
of
was
the water.
so hungry, I jumped
When I
out
opened
of the
my
water.
eyes, everything had changed.
When I open my eyes, everything has changed. Okay. What am I in? I'm a snake? What am I?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
What am I? I can't tell what am I? I look like a snake. I really can't tell what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, that is so nasty. What the? Whatever I am, it seems like I'm a snake.
I was big, but I moved real
And
quiet.
it was a big, but I moved real quick. So you ate a human. Okay, that is... Wow. Okay, whoa, what's this? Boy.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
That's surprising. So I ate up another human being.
After the last passenger,
After the last passenger, I was still hungry, and across the waters I swallowed everything new. Something, and I swam towards it. Okay.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
I still into the sand and good into an old pipe. Wow. Oh, right out of the toilet. That's awesome.
I got closer and closer.
I got closer and closer. I'm going to, and my stomach
started growling.
started to growl.
And
Started to growl.
that was me again.
All of a sudden, I was me again. I had my breath for a. I think it was, but it's not. Damn! Can I actually be able to read all of this without having problems? Damn game. Hello to Blade Arc 6, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
I'm not sure I believe all of that. Okay. You guys are missing out on something. I hate this part, but I have to do this. What is my border webcam border frame? Make it disappear. And then I'm going to have to push this over this way a little bit. Like so. So that we can actually get you to see the rest of the words if there's any other words and not have it. So. Interesting.
This will be obvious later, but my
this
mom
was
never told
an
me any of these
observer later,
stories.
but my mom never
Edie
told
would have,
me
but
to.
Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Wow.
When we adopted a stray kitten,
When we
she was the one
adopted
who named it
a
Molly.
stray cat, she was the one who named Molly. Okay.
I I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
I spent a lot of time at great grandmother Edith's room. So that's what her room is. Huh. She's got a lot of bird cages.
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
We got along, and don't get tongue-tied in now, you hear? Because you can't even read the darn sentence completely without getting caught up with whatever
Like
you're going to get. Her room was whatever,
for 500
like a museum.
years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway
Real
for their
news.
fortune and
For
misfortune.
500 years, the Finches have been famous through the northern of their fortunes and misfortunes. What? Was there? Okay? This is a slideshow. Oh. There's no additional wheels.
Odin Finch buries the latest
Okay,
victims
Odin
of the family
Finch
curse. His wife Ingeborg and their newborn
buries
son,
his last
Johan.
victims in the family's curse. His wife Ingeborg, whatever, and their newborn Jonathan.
On January 7th, 1937,
On
he set
January
sail with his
17th,
and
1937, he set sail with his family on a ship, hoping to leave the curse behind.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington sent the house and Odin
40
to the bottom
feet
of the sea.
waves lifted the coast of Washington, sent the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband
Odin's
Sven and
daughter
baby Molly,
Ellen,
step ashore on their new
with
home,
husband
Island.
Steve and her and baby Molly stepped ashore on the new home, Ekronland or Oscarland. Blade Arc 6 says, "How am I doing? I'm having issues trying to read and blowing nose. The temperature outside is ridiculously cold, and Hello to Spazza 27YT Minecraft tutorials. How you doing? Welcome to live stream. So yeah.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried
Odin
in the new
Finch
family cemetery.
is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. Me and my wife finished this game yesterday. Very, very good. Well, my whole thing is, if you look at the icon right up here where it has an eye, like a circle with an eye, I said it was a C previously. It's actually an I. It reminds me of the game called Unfinished Swan. So if you guys want to take a look at that game or whatever, take a look at the icon up there and be able to take a look at that icon or as much as possible. Okay.
His daughter Edie is
Or
already
that
dreaming of a new
videos if
Finch
you have a
house.
chance to. His daughter Ellen is already dreaming of a new Finch house. And that was it. Okay, so now we got a little bit more detail about that.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
So, yeah. So we've gotten Odin and then Molly. Now we need to find all the other family members. She had VHS tapes and watching movies
When
and
Edie
stuff
told
like
people
that.
Sven was killed by a dragon,
when Eric
she got
told
also upset he was
people
building a
Stephen was
dragon-shaped slide
killed
that
by a
collapsed.
dragon, she could not
have,
also
but
have
she
said
didn't.
that she was building could have. See, that's how problem I have with this whole thing. It's so fast that you have to read it so fast and everything. Oh, you son of a... game you.
Even in her 90s.
I'm not making it
Sometimes
easy.
Edie
Happy
seemed a lot
birthday.
younger than
Even
my
in
mother.
her 90th birthday, sometimes Ethan seems to had a lot of younger than her mother. Okay. Okay. What is... And it looks like my character's pregnant, so I'm assuming that my character's pregnant. Oh wow! Look at all the nice stuff in here. Too bad you can't see your own
The only trace
reflection
Grandpa
in there.
Sam's first wife, Kay, left
The
on the
only
house was
trace
the
of
pink bathroom.
Grandpa Sam, his first wife,
It
Key
was a pretty big trace.
left what? You son of a... So, the key of the secrets of this bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom. Okay.
It's in the last place you would look.
It is in the... It's in the last place you would look.
It isn't in the cupboard.
It wasn't in the cupboard.
It's hidden in this book.
It's behind... It's hidden in this book. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Craven Filch. So we have some other
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd
Steven
refurbished.
gives Sam an
He never
old
put it
camera
down.
he refurbished and never put it down. Okay. Hello to Michael Stevens. How you doing? Welcome to live stream. I also said that it also reminded me of Gone Home. And I've done a Gone Home as well. So... Kevin's fort. Spaceship. Okay. Couple of boys.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
I knew Grandpa Sam had
And that he never
a
talked about him.
twin, and he was never talked about him.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom
I guess
did.
my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother
I went.
by Sam Finch.
How I want to
The thing I
remember my
remember
brother.
is that when he made up his
The
mind,
things I
that was
remember.
it.
Well. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
My
You
brother
gotta
said
do
he died
both
before he ate
sticks.
another
My
mushroom.
brother said he
he
died
did.
before he another
Barbara's
mushroom,
funeral,
and he
he
did.
swore
My
he'd never be afraid
Barbara's
again.
funeral was sworn
he
he
wasn't.
would never be afraid
I
again,
think
and
Calvin always wanted
he
to
wasn't.
fly.
I think Kevin was always wanted to fly. Or Calvin wanted to fly. Sam, Calvin,
But that
dinner's
day,
ready. Come
he
in.
finally
But
made up his
that
mind to do it.
day, he finally made up his mind
I told him
to
going
do
around
it.
was impossible.
I told him going around is impossible.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Maybe I hadn't said that. Calvin, I'm not going to tell you again. Maybe if it wasn't
Then
picked
maybe
up,
he'd still
whatever.
be here.
Maybe
But I
he's
doubt.
still.
I
and
think he'd
maybe
already made up his
whatever.
mind.
Think he would already made up his mind.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
And it was to remember my yeah.
The day he made up his mind to fly.
The day he made up
did.
his mind to fly, and he did. Okay. Interesting.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Calvin's story was strangely familiar when I was younger, and that's about as much as I can get from both of the. So we found three people so far.
After the funeral, Edie
After
roped off
the
Calvin's
funeral,
half of the room.
Eddie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Okay. How about your half? Okay.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set
Mom
foot in the
said
room
Grandpa
again.
Sam enlisted in 18 and never set foot in this room again. Okay. Okay. Too bad there's not another information we can get from that, but okay. I don't know what's with this family being so over drastic of certain things and stealing off certain rooms and stuff like that. So now I'm in searching or loading. So I know I can't go through that door because that door is pasted closed. Is there a way of opening this door? Nope. This door is also pasted and closed. Okay.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to
Ellen
replace the old ones.
kit me a new pair of gloves every whatever.
Louis died a week before we left.
Louis
but
died
Edie had
and
already started to memorialize
weeks
him.
before he left, but Ellen had already started to, and that's about as much as I'm, getting from that. You went the wrong way? Okay. I can always go back. Oh, there's a chair inside there. Said go straight. Oh. Oh, okay. The caterpillar brook turns into a wonderful butterfly. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Okay, are you telling me I'm stuck?
The passages were a pretty tight fit.
The passages were pretty
They'd
tight
obviously
fit.
been built for smaller hands.
They're obviously been built for smaller hands. Well, I could go that way, or I can go this way. So, oh, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go this way. That's Barbara's room.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Ethan's father, Odin, built the original house. Okay, so now we know who got the original house built.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the
Whether
first thing they always
people
want to know
ask
about
me
is
about my
Barbara.
family, the first thing I would always want to know is about young Barbara. Okay. So there's Calvin and Sam's room. That must be Ellen's room or whatever her name is. Go back to the boys' room. Okay. I want to explore. That's basically what I'm doing. So, okay, so this is... I still have yet to go through some of the... That is a scary looking face right there. Yeah. That room started the whole thing. Alright, let's go ahead and go into the cabinet. For this wine cabinet. Oh, I was going to say, where's the pumpkin?
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a
Growing
child
up
star.
with thoughts of Barbara as a star. Okay. That's interesting. Huh. She had a lot of books. She also had a movie, gone to a lot of movie theaters and stuff like that. Barb Street. Cute. The Dreadful
Of all the
Stories.
stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm
Starring
surprised Edie
Barbara
saved this
Filch.
one.
Really? Oh, I hate that.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most
Old Jack
unfortunate
here
family.
with
I'm
another
calling it
ghastly
The
tale
Surprise Ending
inspired by an
of Barbara
American most
Finch.
infamous family. Oh, you son
As
of
a
a...
child star,
As a
Barbara
child
was
star,
famous
Barbara
for her
was famous
scream.
with her screams.
Now at 16, she was all washed
Now
up.
at
A
16, she
has-been.
was all washed up and
But in
had
a
been.
lucky break, she'd been
But
asked
the
to perform
lucky
her
break,
signature
she was
scream
asked
at a
to
local
perform her
convention for
single
monster movie
scream at
fans.
the
It
local
was just the
convenience
boost
for her
her career
monster movie
needed.
fans. It was just a booster.
Unfortunately, her scream
Eventually, her
hadn't
scream
aged well.
hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I
Getting
think I just
better.
need the right motivation.
Oh,
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
my volume up.
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later...
Hello to White
Rick
Tupac. How you doing?
hadn't
Welcome to live stream.
returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
I don't have to
She
read that.
reached for the music box.
I thought I had to. My volume on my headset was so low. So, sorry about that.
and as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Okay. Oh. I'm just beating up a chair, that's all. Oh, please don't say it. Is there a possibility of knocking it? Yeah. Cleared the table. I want to know if it's clearing the shelves and stuff like that. Could be another. Okay.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Okay. Oh, that is not cool. Okay. I'm just goofing off. Ooh.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh! I felt
Barb,
him.
relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Oh, really? Sorry, that didn't scare me.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And there he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Okay. Oh, where did he go?
Had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Okay. I like this, where it does that.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
And the ears got to be on the back of the book. Really, that is nasty.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Well, guess what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We found 4 of the family members. Oh, boy. Now I can actually let the game play. I can hear the voices and stuff like that. I had to turn up my mic so I can actually hear the audio and stuff like that. Holy crud. Yeah, I would hear flies over that too. That's an old birthday cake for Barbara. Oh. 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 Alright. So there's nothing else in here. So it's like back to the boys' room?
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
So I guess it's towards the music box now. Okay. There better be some lighting down here. Oh, cool. Okay. Steven! Okay. Is there something else?
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Huh. We have Steven. Table saw. Wood. So he was a woodworker? That would be awesome. I hate this part.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Oh, wow. What? I was going to say, give me lighting or I'm going to get really, really irritated
I
about
remember
this.
asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories,
That people die?
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Okay.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
Thank you for hosting there,
Having
Halo
a
Scott
schedule, living
12.
for today.
Ooh.
I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Wow.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just
Stop.
stopped.
I caught
Whatever
it!
that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Okay. Did somebody put a wow. More library, more books, and more books? Wow.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and
So
Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Okay.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day.
That's a railroad track.
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
No! No!
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Why would you do that to me? I live near the railroad tracks. Why would you do something like that to me? Ah! Ah! So now we got Walter. We still need to get Sam and Ellen, and then we're working our way up the Christmas tree. Huh.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Okay. Alright, can I go down? No. Okay. That's a nice view. But that's a painting. Okay. Hello to Snake Eyes. How you doing? Welcome to my stream. Hey Snake, sorry I haven't been on the stream for a couple of days. Been logging out on this account. Okay. Well, am I supposed to go down? And if I was supposed to go down, why did I not? Oh, there's a action button for that too. Wow.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Okay.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself.
Why are we on the
what
road?
happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Well, I don't have to worry about a train coming through here. But yeah, I'm still missing part of the family members. I don't. Wow. Words on the screen, 3D looking. Yeah. Why? Okay. Am I supposed to just jump off the edge? Is that how this game's going? Is this how the game is taking me to it? Wow. So I found every known family member except for the ones that are in the book. And I mean, I'm missing Gus. I'm missing Ellen. I'm missing Dawn. I'm missing Gregory. I'm missing Milton. I'm missing Lewis. Those are the ones I'm missing in this game. So, wow. Am I supposed to just go off the edge of this? Or am I supposed to go through the woods? Let's go through the woods. I'm assuming that's where it's leading me next to.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
But you look like you're pregnant.
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Okay.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Hello to Zach Martin. How you doing? Welcome to live stream. I didn't know, never heard of this game. Well, it was 2017 when it first came out.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
There's a lawn chair there. Why is it? Okay, so why am I? I need to go up. Back to the house because there's some other objects I still have yet to find. Why is the lighting telling me that I have to go? Huh. Well, that's a dead end. There's nothing here. I need to advance the story, but somehow... Oh, okay, so you're telling me I'm gonna... Is there a wording out here? Okay, nope. Alright. And I'm thinking she's addressing this to her kid. Writing this all to her kid. That she's pregnant with. So...
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
So... I wish I had a flashlight.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Okay.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Okay.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Huh. Okay, so Molly had a cat. We've already know that Calvin was a rocketeer. he had a saw, but again, we haven't gotten the images for him yet. Books. I still have to think about looking at that. Walters was. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So he's going to be the one that's going to be. Oh no, Walters. Walter is the fish one, so it's going to be hard to figuring out where his is. Barbara was a movie star, so might as well just place a star there. What is this?
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
So that must be Odin then.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh. Okay.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
And where am I going next?
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
Okay. So we're
But the
going
older
back.
I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Oh. Okay.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
I figured she was pregnant. Wow. So where's the ladder to this? Oh, the ladder's on the other side. Okay.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Interesting.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Well, look at Sam. Okay.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
You want up here? Get up here. There you go. Okay.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Wow.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Ah. I know I'm wasting film or whatever, but
Aw.
that is interesting. I don't know what to do next.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hmm.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
No.
Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map.
Okay. Now it's starting to make me feel like I'm playing a game called what is it? Life is Strange. I have to deal with a camera and everything.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Which way? Really? Please don't be in a tree.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don!
Oh! I can't believe I took a picture of that.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Dawn, just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Oh. Why is this whole family deals with death in the family? Mine has the same thing, but it's totally different from everything else. Well, my gotta be understand. My family's kind of have cancer as being the main problem. My mom died of ovarian cancer. My second cousin on my dad's side of the family died by ovarian cancer, stage 5. My uncle Delbert died by a form of skin cancer. My grandpa died by a form of lung cancer. Uh, I mean, my whole family has been kind. My uncle Gary died with a heart attack. Well, I don't know if he died by heart attack or not, but he did have a couple of heart attacks, and he did pass away. Um, So, I mean, yeah, I really, oh, I, I did not expect that to happen. Okay. Well, into the abyss we go again.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
I bet. What in the world is this? Okay. Oh, this is a crib area. George, Dawn, and Gus. Okay. Divorce papers. Okay. No, 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 no. Why are you doing that? Give it back to me.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Why is the duck following the frog? Okay.
Bath time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw.
I know where this is leading, but no.
It sure made him happy.
Come on. Let's get the other letters. There we go. Okay, what happened to his... Oh, I get it. I got it. I got it.
I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us.
Okay, that went a totally different way than I expected.
Hey, there's so much I don't understand. About Gregory.
Ooh.
About everything.
I hate the invert. I'm pressing down to go. Okay, up, down. Okay, I'm getting like the inverse. I somehow I felt like
I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too.
Huh.
Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Okay, so they headed the force. So that was Gregory. So now we got to get Ellen, Gus, Dawn, Milton, and yeah, work our way in around the family. So, wow.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
And yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I
now
remembered.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
What, am I supposed to fly this kite into the like this? Nope. Okay. Oh. What is all of this?
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh, what an attitude.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Okay. I'm looking to see if there's any additional wording that I gotta fly this kite around. Well, I'm not getting anything from that. Oh, it's all the... Okay.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Oh, so Gus got killed by a
The
tornado
thunder
or
sounded
something?
much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
So Gus...
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Oh, JJ. That is so scary.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Okay. So now we need to come with Ellen, Dawn, and Milton, and Lewis. Those are the 4 that we need to solve. Okay. And too bad Dawn doesn't have a thing for her.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
So,
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
I am sorry, guys, that I am like this or whatever. Some of this stuff's kind of
My mom
weird.
moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Okay.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Okay. All right. Let's step outside. Looks like it's going to be...
Lewis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
Oh, wow.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Show him the rules so that he knows.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Too bad you can't open that door. Oh, Edith. Oh, okay, family members.
But it didn't last.
Huh. Whoa!
The end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Okay. Well, that was a... Okay, so... This is interesting.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Clonk! Milton, okay.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh, wait a minute. Wouldn't that magic paintbrush be the kid that... I don't know. It's got the crown. It's got the mustache. It's got... So... Wow. That was it? Wow.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Hello to Ewan Higgins. How you doing? Welcome to live stream. I'm not doing very well. My nose is getting worse. I'm having issues with my nose lately. But I am down to, I think, 3 people. Ada, Dawn, and Lewis is the last 3 I need to find. Alright. So which means I have to go back down. So...
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Wait a minute. Was there... Okay, that would have been... Okay.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Alright, that was a dead end. I just wanted to take a look that way. Yeah, I'm trying... it's because of the weather. It's causing my problems with... I'm upstairs, which it was around 78 degrees. Now it's 72 degrees. I'm in the upper part of the house where it's very warm, where heat rises. But when I go downstairs, downstairs to the living room area, it's like it's somewhere around the 40 degrees or something like that, or whatever the temperature is outside or whatever, because it tends to drop in temperature. And I think that's what's causing my problems is that I'm being in the warmer area of the house, going to a colder area in the house. So what's this way?
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Okay. I'm assuming you wanted me to go this way. Ooh. Somebody put a boat on the house. Somebody put a boat on the house.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Lewis was a gamer. Ooh.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Like I do. He graduated from high school, so that's kind of understandable there. Okay.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
That's something we all should be doing.
He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta be careful.
I asked him to describe it.
Why do I have a... Oh, I am not happy about... I've been in a factory, not like this, but only smokies. I can see what's going to go happen here. Really.
He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
Cute. Cute.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
A doggy!
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Why? Why? Why
He built the
are we
city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play.
Okay.
He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him. That all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Of course he won.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Okay.
St. Louis.
I got
We
it.
started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Oh.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
I'm sorry.
radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of her
Oops.
Silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Ooh.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Oh, I feel... okay. Wow, I am...
He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
I'm afraid of getting his hand cut off.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
What? Okay. Okay.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Welcome back.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Really?
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
This is a scary thought.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
To be crowned?
Bend down his head.
No! 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 Why? Why? Come on, game. Why are you so violent? Holy crap. If anybody doesn't realize what you're looking at right now, that is a guillotine. A guillotine with a blade at the top and a place where you can put your head at the bottom or whatever. Oh my word, he's going to commit suicide. Why? 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 Oh, that is unbelievable. Really?
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Wow. Well, we know he died.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
So now we need Dawn and Ella. We're about to be done with this. Holy smokies!
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
So there you go. Wow.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Oh.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Huh. Okay.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Really?
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Really? So I'm missing 2 people. I'm missing 2 people out of that whole entire book.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Okay.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
What? Am I back to being the little girl, or am I...
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
Okay.
That night, the tide went way, way out.
Okay.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
So...
I started seeing things.
A deer.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Okay.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
Wow.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
Normal
We both
kids.
tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you.
Talking about her baby.
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
So I'm still missing 2 people then. Oh. Okay. So she died anyways. Okay. So I again, I was missing 2 characters, or missing 2 people out of that book. Everything ends. Yes, it does. But yet we have what we make of what our lives are is the duration of the time when we were born to the time we die is what we make of it. And if we wanted to be nice to each other, we try our best to be nice to the other people. But yet when time comes when people are being mean to you, I guess, I don't know. Sometimes there's push comes to shove, I guess. But mainly keep a cool head on your shoulder and try to figure out what you want to do in your life. Depends on what you want to be when you grow up, basically. Wow. Thanks, Jonathan. So, as this story happens, it's just surprising. Wow. Still missing 2 people in there to make that book completely full. So, yeah. That's cute that they find like very old pictures of them when they were younger. I have one just like this. It's downstairs, hanging off of a book, like a metal shelf or whatever. The end. Oh, and the book filled in the last two that I was missing. Okay. So, sorry guys. This story has been one of those really touching subject for me because of the fact that, yeah, I lost my mom, I lost my wife, I lost my two uncles on my dad's side of the family, lost an aunt on my mom's side of the family. I just I just don't know how life would be without having a knowing of who they are or who they were when they were still alive at the time when I was around or whatever. I also had my grandfather on my dad's side of the family, my grandma on my dad's side of the family. I had a grandfather on my mom and a grandma on my mom's side of the families. Well, two of them actually on my mom's side of the family. And I just happened to just feel like, there's a loss of everything, and even in some music or in some type of book or like the Bible, there's a season for everything, and it turns. It literally does. It goes from one thing to another, and I find like this game amongst other stories that I played, like the um, Journey, Flower, the Unfinished Swan, this one, and a water one that had to deal with you being a scuba diver and you're swimming. All of the games that I mentioned have a story to tell, and each one of them have a beginning, middle, and end. This is a great story to even talk about the idea of people dying differently in their own ways of living. And it's kind of sad that that's how it happened. So it's just yeah, one of those things, I guess. So the last two people that she had to write that was the pictures of was her grandma and her mom. So she had to draw them in so that there was some type of understanding of who they look like. And that was the last two that we didn't have at the very end of the whole game. So it just seems weird that that's how it comes out to be like that. So yeah, uh, tomorrow we'll be doing I really don't know what game I'll be playing, but I do suggest that if you want to play this game, keep your mind open, keep your heart open, and understand that each and one of these characters had a story to tell from their beginnings to ending. So, just like us, as you guys see, I started here on YouTube on 2016, which I threw my hat in, saying that when I started viewing YouTubing. To now, it's been a nice ride for a while, and there's some ups, been some downs, a lot of trolls, a lot of non-trolls, and one thing always stays the same is that I'm here, you're here, and so is my dog. JJ. Speaking of JJ, he's here. He's a good dog. So, and I can tell you stories about him or whatever, which makes a whole lot of people happy about him and stuff like that and stuff. And yeah, um, gotta love my dog JJ. He is he is his own personality. Ain't that right, JJ? uh, so sorry for me crying at the end. It just reminded the whole stuff about my family and stuff like that, and how certain things have gone. Um, so yeah, yeah. I kissed the doggy. He's shedding right now. Ain't that right? You're shedding all over the place. uh, I am just some of the stories. Some of this were some of the deaths in here were accidents. Some of them were not accidents. So yeah, I'm not happy about how Lewis ended up killing himself or whatever. And yes, that's a reference. Him getting his crown and then all of a sudden out of the blue, death. You know, I knew that was coming. I knew. Really, I did. I just, yeah. Calvin died because he was wanting to be an astronaut and he swung so much or whatever that he flung himself into the water. So that happened. Uh, Walter died by train. Barbara got killed by monsters. I don't know if that was true. Molly died because of hunger. Odin died because he was a murderer and he wanted to start a new life in a new world or whatever, but he died on the process of going from one place to another. Gus got killed by a like a hurricane or a tornado or something like that. That kind of uh, when he was flying a kite, that's when it happened. Uh, and yes, the Edith died. I would assume died at childbirth. I'm assuming that may have been what happened. But yeah, this whole thing had, wow, a lot of things on here that kind of people die in so many different ways, and we too will die soon. It's just, and the only thing I could say to you guys is do what you want to do in your life. If you want to be the astronaut or whatever, pursue the astronaut. If you want to be a politician, pursue to be the politician. If you want to do something famous or whatever, try your best to do something famous. If it has to be like being the president of the United States or being the, part of the parliament and stuff like that, that's up to you guys. There's no gangsters in the game. None of this is gangsters. None of this is like GTA 5 or whatever. That's nothing. But I mean, yeah, I'm sorry to make you guys depressed, but I I I I'm not depressed. I'm sad that I lost my family, but they kind of left me with something to remember them in a different way. My mom was a really great nurse. She actually tried her best to help elderly people and stuff, and helping them move on, and helping the families and stuff like that. So, Ginger, sorry, I thought I said gangster. Sorry. I'm sitting way away from the computer, so I really can't hardly see what it says. Literally, I have to literally go like this or whatever to get close enough to seeing what you were saying. So, uh, but I want to let you guys know that if you want to make your life full, make your life full. Do what you want to do. I don't want you guys to get to the point where you're depressed, to the point where you want to kill yourself. Don't do that. Because there might be more people out there you may want to see or meet up with and talk to. I mean, this is what I'm trying to say to you. Live your life to the fullest. Don't let it hinder or take you down in any way, shape, or form. If things are depressed, find another lighting. Find another silver lighting or whatever, or a silver string, and see what you can do to grab a hold of that little light or whatever, or that string or whatever, into the next step of your life or whatever. If it means that if you're having a bad life or whatever, with trying to find a job, find another job or find something that might interest you into something else, or that might help you out. Uh, because this world will always change. It will change one way or another. And yes, it does that. As my late wife usually hates the things that change. Well, I keep telling her things do change. Even if you don't see it, it does change. And it changes a whole lot for me. Counting for all the family members that I have, and seeing them one by one slowly go away. Yeah, that is kind of a depressing way of saying it, but there's people out there. There's people. Like, if I'm hoping one of these days or whatever in my future I will meet up with you guys. That would be awesome. I would love to meet you guys personally. Go to you and say, if you're a germaphobe, bro punching it. If you're not, give you a handshake. If you're a person that likes to give hugs or whatever, I'm there to give a hug. You know. So, anyways, but yeah, I'm one of those type of people. I'm not afraid of anything. Well, I'm afraid of all certain things, but I'm not afraid of anything. Um, I'm just hoping to meet you guys. That's basically all I'm saying. um, but yeah, this is a great story. If you guys want to play this is free on the PlayStation 4 system at this moment in time. This is also, I think, no, this is uh, May 21st, 2019. I'm going to go ahead and show you. I think it's in the free games, unless it's not, and I made a mistake on that. I wanted to play this game for a long time when I first saw it, and I wanted to play it out. No. Yes, it is. It's one of the free games. So if you guys want to get your free game, get it now. It's one of the free games for the PlayStation Plus members. So if you want to play the game yourself or whatever, that's up to you. But if you're not, that's fine. It's understandable. But it is a great game. I mean, I enjoyed it. Although I knew that certain things were coming. I saw it coming. And I had a funny and I was afraid to have my have his hand get caught in the mix of that and getting caught off. That was one of those I was afraid of. But instead of it being his hand, it was his, yeah. But tomorrow we'll be playing a different game, or we might end up not playing a game. I don't know. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being in here. Thursday we'll be doing Destiny 2. Friday, hopefully me and Wayne can get together, and then we'll be doing Halo 3 and the Legendary Edition run. So if you guys are up for that, that'd be up to you guys to come and join me and Wayne and seeing how we'll play on Halo 3 on Friday. Thank you guys so much for being in here. Do come back and see me next time. Until then, hope your day is greater than what it was yesterday. Bye for now.